I want to check so that we can refresh our memory. Well, let's clear out what's new, and I want to check out the the lifespan of the Quarians again, and some of those other little details we might have forgotten.
Quarian life ships. There are few wide-open spaces in Quarian spacecrafts. Life ships are the exception. Each ship is a massive hydroponics facility, growing thousands of tons of genetically modified staple crops under artificial light and in highly enriched soil. The surface of a life ship is studded with docking bays so as many shuttles as possible can distribute the foods throughout the flotilla on a daily basis. When received, the crops are sterilized with radiation, ground up into nutritious pastes, and pumped into Quarian suits through feeding tubes.
God damn it, you guys can't enjoy anything.
In return, waste products that could be used as fertilizer or compost are returned to the live ships through an efficient, if odorous, recycling program.
Every part of the buffalo.
Yeah, reuse it. Live ships do not hold animals. The Quarians consume a vegan diet, driven not by ethics, but by practicality. Captive animals requiring living space can consume large amounts of water and plant matter.
Well, now we know why the process is so odorous. You ever had to deal with that? You ever... a gassy vegan? Death, dude.
Oh yeah.
bunch of the Christians in my family that are super vegetarian vegan types.
Oh, when they cut the cheese.
Bruh. It's different. It's a different kind of beast, man.
Dude, that is the nastiest thing you've said in a while.
It's a different kind of beast. It's just different.
Telling me about vegan exhaust.
It's bad. It's not good. Like, it's notably bad. I wouldn't point it out because there's just like, whatever, you and your friends, like, brr. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're gross. Oh, God, that was a bad one. Right? It's not that. It's a different layer. It's a different thing entirely.
It stays in the air.
You'll know when you know. You'll know if you know. That's, anyways. Sorry. It's real.
Oh man, Quarians cannot afford such an inefficient resource-to-calorie ratio, to say nothing of a live animal's disease or allergen potential. As a result, when the flotilla arrives in a star system where life is based on the same dextro amino acids that the Quarians consume, pastes based on animal proteins fetch highly inflated prices, and the vendors are typically mobbed by Quarians wanting a new taste sensation. The sickness that often follows these binges is treated much the same way as hangovers are in human culture. Painful, but part of the overall experience of excess.
I see. Okay, so they do fucking benders every once in a while. Aw, shit, it's the good paste. We got that tasty, high-quality slurm today. We eating good, right down the gullet. Do they get to taste it, or does it go straight into the throat? You know? Because if you really want to cut down all time wasting and be as efficient as possible, you can just insert the food paste straight into the stomach. You don't even have to have your tongue taste it to enjoy it at all.
That's sad. That's super sad, dude. Let me taste it.
I would hope that they would get to taste it. I would hope so. So yeah, let me see if we got a lifespan or not.
Driven from their home system by the Geth nearly 3 centuries ago, most
doesn't seem like it.
now live aboard the Migrant fleet, a flotilla of 50,000 vessels ranging in size from...
Economy, government, law and defense, pilgrimage.
Nope, just the birth ship. Okay.
Nothing in there.
Alright, well, I don't want to just assume human until proven otherwise, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Tally, treason, go to the hearing. This might be a verbal boss battle. might get a little dicey.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna have a fucking court case in a dialogue-based game, you know what I mean? Like, that sounds like that's where I'd set my expectations.
You should speak with Admiral Ra. She's waiting for you up ahead. You should speak with Admiral Ra. She's waiting for you up.
I can't believe they're charging Talizora with such a thing.
Oh?
I can't either.
Can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her. She's as good as convicted.
But what about her dad, man?
What did the dad do?
If he's the one that asked, he's gonna be the key witness here.
Talizor is guilty.
And on top of that, he's he's got clout.
What's
the range?
Quarian von Karma in court.
Should never have let Cerberus onto the ship.
Or go apostrophe T-O.
Talizora and her father are out of control. This is on their heads.
Damn.
Miles Ijwarth.
Shalaran.
Talizor Vas Normandy. I am glad you came.
Ooh.
I could delay them only so long.
Vas Normandy.
Auntie Ron.
Vas Normandy.
This is Admiral Shalaran Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's.
I know that voice.
Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
Ah. I see. Ship becomes name.
Wow, that might not be good.
For their purposes, no.
Yeah.
But for us, it's super cool. But
Like for us, it's cool, but they're clearly trying to do
it's kind of yeah.
already. I know what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Mm-hmm. No, use the maiden name. Yeah, that's a famous voice actor. I know her from things that I can't put my finger on right now, but definitely. Okay. Why does her name matter?
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
Yeah.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Talizor Vas Nima. Whatever we must call you legally.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
Claudia Black? Is that her name? Let's see. Sorry, folks. I do want to know.
Not her.
Oh, no.
Nope, Chad is being silly.
Never mind. No, that's not accurate at all. That's someone else completely. Let's see. Shalaran. Yeah, this is... I know that voice. Shalaran.
She is Shore Akdashlu.
Okay. Where do I know you from? Quick little IMDb. 1 second.
Iranian American actress.
From... no, I don't know any of those things. I didn't watch that. Archer? She was in Archer? Arcane. I recognize her from Arcane. Yes. That's where. Okay. Yep. Cool.
Oh. Okay.
She was Grayson. Yeah, she was Grayson in Arcane. There we go. All right. Brain scratched.
That's good. Also in
I guess
The
we should get started.
Expanse.
Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side.
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
Ah,
Oh, we got this.
so you're gonna have to play fucking lawyer.
You would actually speak for my defense.
Oh,
This is a terrible idea.
hey.
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough.
No, it's
Now
gonna be
come. I
contradictory
promise that I will
and
not
twisting.
delay.
There's gonna be a prosecutor that's gonna like have like fucking traps verbally. There's gonna be all kinds of shit. Also, I never noticed Thane's outerwear on the helmet there. That's pretty cool with the red goggles. No, wait, who's that? Yeah, that's Thane's helmet, right? What's going on? Am I crazy? The red goggles? Who's wearing the red goggles with me?
This conclave
I
is
saw a lot of
brought to
helmets. I was like,
order.
where?
Never mind, it's
Blessed are
okay.
the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Kila Salai.
Kila Salai.
The accused Tali Azora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Shut your
God
mouth.
damn it.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
What an idiot.
Where's Adam Baldwin? Get over here.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
I have no choice. Ooh. This could go well. Yes, and this could go well.
I shouldn't have to. When Tali helped me stop Saren and his Geth army, her actions spoke for themselves. Without her help, none of you would be alive to put her on trial today.
Well said, Shepard. None of us should forget Tali's contributions to the fleet.
Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the Migrant fleet. What say you?
She couldn't have done this. She's innocent.
For these accusations.
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
Oh, facts that were not presented until now.
on.
Talking about what happened?
Why are you getting excited? What was my father
We
doing?
can tell, Tali. The Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai.
Oh,
Your father included.
shit.
What? Oh, Keela.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
Okay, so...
That's
you know,
dangerous.
I have to say there's something that, like, you know, stuff that, like, happens in stories that someone who is involved in real life will look at it and just be like, once you know it's broken forever. One of those things that I learned about court was that all evidence presented is seen by all parties, and if you're introducing something new, it's got to be a really exceptional thing that the judge has to accept, otherwise they're throwing that shit out.
Yeah.
So there's no such thing as a shock moment, really. it's like you've all presented and know what's coming up, and you should have your defenses ready for those things. So like moments like that where you're kind of like, what the fuck are you talking about, are not supposed to occur, you know? But Space Court.
You weren't there.
Damn.
I thought Quarians valued family. How do you justify springing this on Tally in the middle of a damn trial?
Our apologies. Tally should have been informed.
Mistrial!
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you Boshtet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
Oh, are we gonna swerve this court into just a mission? Yeah.
She said the B word, man.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes, if it proves her loyalty. Yes.
I'm here to help, and I'm good at killing Geth.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tally. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard.
Alright, it's not the case. It's the setup to a mission.
Sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
That would probably explain why she's being hung out to dry and why, like, you know, he's not there defending her, right? So...
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
I want a Drell helmet. I like it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Dry fit.
It's a little bit Raiden amphibian suit for the Sons of Liberty peeps out there. Alright.
Shepard, how did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Skull suit, right, yes, that's the name of it.
Tally could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us.
Yeah, that's the guy from the first planet, right?
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
The guy who had the R prompt, the R1 prompt that was narrowly avoided. Yeah, alright.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Vitar. Cal!
What up, buddy?
The hero of Canton. The man they call Jane.
Call Rieger.
Shepard, Talizora. Good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
How've you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
Man, all we gotta do is grab one naked Volus and set him loose on a ship full of Quarians, and the rest is history. Just strip your suit off and do some cartwheels. They'll never stop you. They'll die before they could.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, I stayed to argue the charges against Talizora. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Gerrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy?
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. They can screw up a star. Our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, I hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What does that dark
Big
energy buildup
problem.
mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
Fucking tertiary objective. Find out why the star is dying. Alright.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Thank you. We'll cross that bridge when it turns into a red dwarf.
Talizora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Yeah,
Then
way
this
more
can't
than
have
she could have
anything
sent
to do
over.
with me. I only sent parts and
Yeah.
pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
Rael. Damn.
I'll be sure to report them back to Wild Pines.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
Okay, a bunch of names are flying around, and I'm gonna need to rehear them to piece them together.
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Talizora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
Okay, this is pretty big.
It's the nature of what was being done in a representative way. It's emblematic, I see.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Talizora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
Like, everything that led up to now between the awakening of the Geth and like your take is, nah, we need to fucking leash them harder, right? Okay, cool.
They were supposed to be leashed in the first place, and they're not. We can fix that.
Update the software.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, let me run this by this again.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely network's intelligence requirements.
Too many units. Alarai ship.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the
And
minority.
then
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided.
The Admiralty
I
board.
had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp.
Tally's
but
dad.
If his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
Okay, so, I mean, Rail aside, the others are just other members of the board, I guess.
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a ship travel. It was built for the sole purpose.
Okay, there we go. Alright.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
So, she is Zen. The lady we met up front that acted as the judge, what was her name again? Auntie Shala, right. And then Han.
Oh, Shala Han.
Shala, yeah. And Han supported Tali. Okay. Just in case, you know, that might matter. Don't want to fuck
Lots
up.
of names.
A lot of names just dropped into, yeah.
Hey, have you met the family?
The human can wear
Yeah.
proud, I'll admit that much. Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Talizor is guilty.
Says who?
Shepard spoke well to the admirals.
That looks like all three.
Talizora and her father are out of control. This is on their
Let's
heads.
go the other side. Shala.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alaray.
That's dark.
That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
That's pretty fucked up.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
Okay.
More stuff.
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
They needed to hear the shock in your voice, kind of like we needed to set up the camera for this made me smile moment.
Yeah.
You know, of the soldier coming home to their dog or or whatever other kind of hyper, you know, totally not staged moments. Why were they filming? Right? Great category there. It's like what a touching, great moment. That was really cool. Why was the camera rolling here? And why was there a puppy dog Instagram filter going when you told her about her dead dad? That wasn't cool. You should have probably turned that filter off.
No.
We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Riel was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
A bubble? Like Bubble Boy?
Bubble Boy, immunity bubble, yeah.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until
Adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
Wow.
That's late. You're in a bubble for your entire childhood? Damn. Whoa. Korean shit's weird.
Until you hit
I'm not
like
hearing much
13.
about Rail's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Riel was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
Okay. Shallow's good people. Pretty sharp too. But...
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to reach.
Look forward or look back.
You're thinking of war with the Geth?
I'm not, Tali, but others are.
And this is why we don't go back home, folks. Drama. Drama, drama, drama. The moment you go back home for Thanksgiving, shit's popping off. People are fighting you didn't even know they were fighting. There's beef between auntie and other auntie. You know? Nonsense going on. Who's in the kitchen? They're fighting over who's going to be preparing to everything this time around.
Oh, boy.
Right? What's going on? Damn. Who's in jail? Shit. Drama. Can't go back home, man.
Of course he'd end up in jail. Have you seen him? Don't you talk about my baby like that.
Yes, exactly. Reggie.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
They're going that way whether you like it or not. How do you talk them out of the stupid fucking... Yeah. That, like, I guess that's the thing, is like anyone that's particularly like Quarian historic pride is just going full on like, let's suicide charge into the Geth to reclaim them. You know, I could see that being like the dumbest and like I could see there being a faction of people being like, yeah, we gotta put them back under the boot heel, like what's her face over there, you know. Okay, that is the state of affairs.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Yeah. Experimentation on Geth, huh? And clearly, Tali's not telling us everything right now, because, like,
I didn't expect a human to be such a good speaker.
the deal with whatever her dad was working on is something that we could get more details on. That surely she didn't just go like, I don't know why you want these parts, but sure, I'll ship you some enriched uranium, no problem. I don't need to know why you need it.
Anyone can retake the Alarai. Tali Zora can.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. To be honest, I was afraid a human would be too meek and humble. Watching you rail away at Admiral Corris, though, Tali's in good hands.
You speak so well. For a human, of course. The fuck you mean?
They're like thinly veiled criticism. Let's just call it that.
I get the sense you're inclined to believe the defense. I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rail inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father.
I'm using a Geth
Too much of
shotgun.
yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali, but if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
That's Tally's second outfit, right? With the pink mask?
I think it's...
Yeah, because the default had the same kind of dark visor that the others have.
And you could see through a bit.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rail's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit wetter he always was.
Suit wetter?
But isn't there a system for that?
Hit the valve.
Jeez, how did you fuck that up?
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
Chorus. Okay. Interesting.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
Man is a damn Geth. He wants us to search. Any research on the Geth makes him...
Alright, and then... Tally Dad.
You and Tally's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. Crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. You can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. Brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
Underage, no crime done.
There you go.
Imagine not getting the talk.
And as I fired the gun, I remember shouting to Rail, "Now this is pod racing!" I know, R2! Fine! Oh god, and the infighting then?
Sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tally bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tally's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
Okay, there's a whole lot we don't fucking know, right? And we're stabbing in the dark right now. Here's what we do know. Sometimes the Geth will raid and kill everybody and then impale them on spikes like Vlad.
Sometimes.
And turn you into a fucking husk and wipe your shit out after you're either in slave robotic form or just resisting and dead. Sometimes they pray and worship a Reaper as an advanced form of what AI might become down the line, and throw themselves in service to that, seeing as, you know, the promise of inorganic life is, you know, being born, they're bearing witness to it, right, in its final form. Sometimes we're hearing about, sometimes we read about the fact that when they came to life, the Quarians tried to exterminate them all, and the first strike was in self-defense. So these are all floating data points that we need to coalesce at some point. But like, there's a line of like awakening, self-defense, a whole lot of we're gonna hang out in the darkness over here, you don't know what we're up to because we're fighting back, and then there's some re-emerging with big bad impaling spikes, and that's bad. But the idea of them hanging out on their own in the Quarian homeworld like space is like, okay, if you're gonna go launch an all-out fucking war on that, is it because you see them building up for something, or are you just like going to reclaim? You know, are you sending a crusade to take the Holy Land? Right? What are we doing here? Are they kind of existing in a state of like, we're gonna come finish what we started, or are you in a state of like, leave us the fuck alone? Right? So we got to get more data on the situation, but it's there's a whole lot of question marks about these fucking impaling robots. Just don't get, well, don't get husked in the meantime.
Fair proposition.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Is challenging you.
WoolieVersus the algorithm.